What we're going to be doing in this video is to demonstrate the Contribution Designation feature that was added in version 11 of PowerChurch Plus. And this allows you to track special offerings within your existing contribution funds so that you don't have to keep adding new funds every time these things come up. In this example, we'll be setting up a youth trip designation in the youth fund. The first thing that we'll do is add the new designation. So you'll see under the Contributions and Setup menu there is Maintain List of Designations. So we'll click the Add button here and add the youth trip as a designation. And you'll see there are three options here as to how this designation should work. We're going to be choosing to take this collection from today up through the end of November. But you can set it so that it's active full-time and then come back at a later time and mark it as inactive manually. Under the contribution fund type, you'll see by default it's set to all, so any contribution fund or any fund type can receive contributions for this particular designation. But since this is a specific thing that we're taking in here, it's going to be specific to the youth fund. If you had any notes that you wanted to add in, you can do so here. We'll just click the Save button and finish up with that step of the process. The next thing that we're going to do is make a change on the contribution fund itself to allow designations to be applied to that contribution fund. So we'll go in under Contributions and Setup, and this time to maintain the list of contribution funds. And on the youth fund here, you'll see there is a checkbox to allow designations. So we'll set that and hit the Save button. And basically this is just going to allow us to apply contribution designations to this particular fund. So that's really all the setup that needs to be done. Now you'll see under the Enter Contribution screen, when you choose the youth fund, the designation field lights up and we can choose the youth trip designation. And we'll go ahead and save that, and once the contributions are posted, we'll take a look at some reports and different places that you'll be able to see this designation information. So now if we go back and take a look under the Maintain List of Designations screen, we'll see that that $50 shows up in the total field, the total amount that's been given to this designation, and it also shows under the History tab the list of contributors and the individual contributions that have come in. This information also shows up on some different contributions reports. You'll be able to see it on the Unposted Contributions report, on people's contribution statements when you send those out. There's a new report here called Designated Contributions that shows either summary or detailed information for the date range that you choose of how much has been given to this contribution designation. There is also another new report, the List of Designations, that just shows the information about each of the designations that you set up, what date range they're active, if they're active now, and that kind of thing. So that's really about it. This contribution designations functionality was added because people were requesting a better way to track these special offerings. Things like the youth trip or memorials is another thing that will cause you to add a lot of contribution funds, and so we hope you make use of it and find it useful. In the near future we'll be adding more of these videos covering some of the different areas of the program that you may not have discovered yet. So keep an eye out.